Buenos dias from the Atacama Desert in Chile. First impressions of this little town in the desert is very touristic, so hasn't left the greatest impression on me. There's some very nice volcanoes out there in the distance, in the background, and I'd been looking up whether to do some tours, too expensive, whether to rent a bike and go into places myself. Not too expensive, but about £10 for 6 hours, I think. Plus, you've got to pay the entry fee to places. I wanted to walk to Val de Luna, the Valley of the Moon, but you have to pay around £10 to £15 to enter. Okay, that's fine, but I wanted to walk there for free to save money on renting a bike or going on a tour. But you're not allowed to enter on foot. How crazy is that? As a result, today I have decided to walk to a viewpoint in which I may be able to see the Valley of the Moon from that viewpoint. It's going to be around a 2-hour walk through the desert, but I am looking forward to the lonely journey and the untouched pockets. Some beautiful views here on this little bridge behind me. I'm not sure if they're building some kind of canal here or something. You can see some workers over there. It looks like quite a new build. There's some kind of stone monument. Here, very quiet, very, very quiet. I have nothing better to do, so I'm going to walk through this very short tunnel in the middle of the desert. Some flies and litter in here. I think some feces as well, not sure what from, and this is the other side. I need to go in that direction, but I've just noted a cross here, so I'm just going to walk up there. So I am actually glad that I did come up here. It is a monument to commemorate, I believe, Juan Pablo II. And I'm glad I came up here because I've got this sort of panoramic view of the whole of this area of Atacama, and you can see the sort of formations of the sand/rock. Here it's almost like a zigzag shape. And on the other side, you've got the beautiful mountains and volcanoes. Y entonces ahora necesito caminar por estas montañas. Now, although on my mobile map there's no directions that way, I may walk around or over this mountain, depending on how it looks when I get down there, just to avoid the traffic, really. This is the Cordillera del Sal, and it's quite dark because of the sun rays, but you may be able to just see some white coming up the mountains there. I believe that's some of the salt coming into play. So I'm going to go off-road and follow this kind of path here. And I'm just going to see where it takes me. The noise pollution is much lower here, and I'm glad I came this way. You can see these sort of, bulges in the desert. I'm not sure what's caused this, but it's quite interesting. Big mountains behind and still these lovely gradients over here. Just taking a closer look at these rock formations here. Quite incredible. In Pequeño, a little update, there seems to be some kind of track. If you can call that a track, does that look like a track to you? Sort of heading in that direction, maybe around, sort of up and around this mountain to the other side. That's roughly the direction I'm looking to go in, so vamos. Hello! I just want to show you this rock. It looks like, well, it probably applies to all of these rocks. It looks like a big rock, nice and strong, but let's give it a test. Right, not very strong, is it? So, if you are coming to the Atacama Desert, I would recommend these 3 things. 1, do not pay for a tour. 2, do not rent a bicycle. And 3, do not pay entry fees to go into any of the tourist sites in Atacama. A, you will save a lot of money, and B, you will be alone by yourself with only peace and tranquility by your side. I've come off track, and you can do too. Just make sure you have enough water with you to survive for however long you may get lost for. But there's no traffic, no tourists barking my ears off, and a lot of much-needed sun coming from England. The first signs of life. Some local horse riders here. I've now taken another sort of more dodgy path up here through a bit more of a mountainous region, and I get a bit more of a better view of you can't really see because the sun's here, but of the mountain range far in the distance, the opposite direction. The path now is a lot more sandy, and I'm having to walk on peaks. If I slip to the side, I fall. it is becoming more sandy, so I'm starting to see the reason why people don't come off track. You can see these hills here and the vastness behind me. But I think around half an hour more and I'll be at the location where I want to arrive. Maybe 20 minutes away now. I've got quite a climb up this sand area here, all the way up, past that mountain to the left. Wow, look at this. Looks like some sort of salt rocks, quite hard with hollow inners. That was in a cent and a half. I'm now nearer the road. I'm not sure if you can see the road there. The viewpoint, I think, is roughly there, so maybe another 10-15 minutes. I think the path I'm supposed to follow is around there and back up, but I don't want to go downhill and back up again, so I'm just going to sort of surf the sand across here. I may have to scale up and head onto the road because I've just checked the map and the only entrance to the viewpoint is from the road. This is very hard to climb. Oh. Oh. You can see how steep the incline is up here. My phone is currently level. Wow, that was interesting. Lots of sand on my hands. Just come from all the way down the bottom there, down those rocks. I'm on the road now. The viewpoint, about 10-15 minutes that away. I've arrived at the viewpoint now, and as luck may have it, I've run into someone who I met on Easter Island who's currently on top of this rock just above my finger there. A friend from Italy who is also in Atacama Desert and literally had no clue he was going to be here. He's just arrived now, so they haven't even arrived in San Pedro yet. And I've run into them. And this is it. This is what I have walked all day for today. The viewpoint over the Valley of the Moon and the Atacama Desert. It is quite wonderful. Although I can see similar viewpoints from other areas, this is quite distinguished. And there's a big drop as well. Okay, so I've been sat here for around 30 minutes now, so I'm gonna start walking back. I may try and actually hitchhike back, just to save time really, and you know what they say, time is money. Now just off the viewpoint where I was just at, there's a little hut here, almost like a shelter, so I'm gonna go in and take a quick look, see what it looks like on the inside. It basically just, oh, it is tiled. Oh, it's actually locked, but this is the ground here. There are tiles underneath that sand, and it says, maybe it's a dog shelter. Dear tourist, do not take on your tour. They cannot withstand heat or cold. They become dehydrated and they die. Please them to die. They are not tourist companion animals. Please notify us and send photos if these animals follow you on your trip. And then it's got pictures of dogs. Please them to die. And this is what the inside of the shelter looks like. Alright, so I've got this nice sign behind me and the road to the side, so I'm just going to walk down a bit and stick my thumb out and see if I can hitchhike back to San Pedro de Atacama. My thumb is out. You can actually see my thumb there in the shadow. There's the road. I'm just waiting here with a bit of a pullover spot. And here is some other kind of monument on the other side of the viewpoint, and this is where I'm waiting for a ride back. It's not very busy at the moment. I haven't actually mentioned the name of this mirador. Apparently it's Mirador Likan Antay, by the way. I'm going to try one more time with the next vehicle, then I'm going to start walking because it doesn't seem like doesn't seem like a very, how should we say, successful position. So I can hear another car coming, so I've just stuck my thumb out, but the place that I've walked from is over there. Oh, no chance of a stop there, was there? That was with aggression. So I've walked from, well, San Pedro is over there, I think. But I walked sort of on through these desert hills. Had I come on the road, I would have been walking up this way. The people in Atacama don't seem to be very nice. Exhibit G H. I can hear one more car coming before I have to go around this bend, which to me means I won't be able to get another lift for a long while after. Oh, we may have met a kind one. Sí, San Pedro. Ah, sí. Muchas gracias.
¿Vienes caminando mucho rato?
Sí, yo caminé de San Pedro a Mirador.
Ah, ya.
Y
ya.
ahora no quiero caminar, regreso
calor.
porque hay mucho calor y sí. Pero yo caminé por el desierto. O sea, estaba un poco perdido.
Ah, eso pasa. Cuando
Sí.
estás fuera de la zona,
Sí.
te puedes perder.
Sí.
Puedes caminar para otro lado y...
Sí, sí.
¿De dónde eres?
Inglaterra.
Ah, de Inglaterra. ¿Hablas perfecto español?
No, solo palabras fáciles.
No, habla muy bien.
¿De dónde eres? ¿Chile?
Chile, sí,
Sí.
de acá. Vengo a ver una esposa, tengo una cabaña acá en San Pedro.
Ah, wow, bueno.
Y-
Alright, so I'm back in San Pedro de Atacama now, and I'm about a 10-minute walk, actually probably 5 minutes from my hostel, thanks to the lovely Elisa, I think her name was. So I've saved around 2.5 hours.